Okay, so we are back. We're going to start doing the toy shop. I'm really excited about this. I got quite a few ideas. So right now I'm going to dig out some of this part. I have made a few decisions. One, I'm not going to call it Christmas Land anymore. I was talking to my sister about the whole thing, and she kept calling it Christmas Town, which I like that idea because the whole point of this is to make like a little village. So I don't know if I'm gonna call it Christmas Town or Christmas Village. I think I want to go with Christmas Town, and I think that's what I'm gonna go with, just because I don't know, it has a fun ring to it, and it sounds a lot better than Christmas Land. I'm gonna be honest with you. So yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna go with. I want to do like a big giant opening banner idea for like when you first walk into the ice cube and then you see it's Christmas Town. I just haven't fully figured out how I'm doing that yet. I will say, going back and forth between creative and survival, I'm kind of missing the shovel at the moment because it takes out a whole lot more when you have the efficiency on it. But you know what? I also like the fact this is a lot easier to build in. I think both have, pros and cons. The other one has more of an adventure feel to it, and there are definitely moments where it's a lot more tedious, but there's aspects of it that I definitely like more than the creative. However, I have to say I like the flying and the hovering and being able to, I guess, move better in creative. I appreciate that a lot more. So yeah, I think both of them have very, their own pros and cons. I think they're very different from each other, which is kind of why I wanted to do it, is I wanted to play both modes. I find if I get stuck doing the same thing over and over again, I get really bored, and I don't want to do that. So I decided, yeah, I was just going to do both. And so far it's been fun. I am in the process of editing the creative challenges right now. So that's going to be interesting to see how those turn out. But yeah, it's funny because going back and forth, there are moments where I'm like, oh, I have access to this. And I'm like, nope, I'm in survival. And then there are other moments where I'm like, oh, I can nope, I'm not in creative, or I'm in survival, or whatever. Like, there have been a few times where I've mixed up the two, and even now I'm kind of getting confused in which one I said. But I still think it's cool. I think it's a cool aspect of it. I think that they are so unique, so different. I do like the fact I have more access to blocks in creative than I do like right off. Like, I can pretty much build whatever I want right off instead of gathering resources and stuff, which in my current survival builds, that's what I've been mostly doing, and it's not really interesting, so I haven't been filming that. I'm still debating as far as like how I want to do it, whether I want to do like an Atlantis feel or like an Arabian feel, or because it's a desert, I kind of want to do like that idea. I don't know. I was thinking of kind of doing like an Egyptian palace idea, but then I was like, I don't really know. I know that I want to use water for it, but the only thing is, this water is so frustrating in this game. Like, if you're not in creative, it is one of the most frustrating things in this game. Like, I can deal with the skeletons as much as I'm not a fan of them. I can deal with all the other stuff, but that water, the way it works, it doesn't totally make sense. And like, it's just not okay. It doesn't totally, I don't know. I don't find it as logical as like everything else they do kind of makes sense, like gravel or sand's gonna fall and stuff, but the way that they do the water, I'm just not a big fan of it. And I was watching one of the Hermitcraft videos, and it was Iskall and Green, and they were both talking about the water, and I'm like, yes, like, you get it, you totally understand how frustrating this water is. And the thing is water is one of the things that I love using. So, like, on all my PC builds, there's water everywhere, and it's really frustrating trying to, like, work with it in the survival, because you don't have an endless bucket supply, so you have to consistently go and fix it and do this, and it's a bit on the ridiculous side. But I mean, it can't be a perfect game. If it was a perfect game, that'd be a little odd. So, but I wouldn't mind if they did fix it a bit. I am looking forward to when they put the aquarium thing on PlayStation, the aquarium update. I haven't played it on my PC yet because apparently the map that we had, I don't fully understand it, but the map that we were playing on, there's bugs and stuff in the update that end up destroying the map. So it's fine if you start over, but I'm not starting over. Within the last few months, I've started over so many times because of this person or because of that or because of the, and I'm just like, I'm so done. Like, I just want to build. Why is that so difficult? Why can't I just build? That's the whole point of Minecraft, is just to build and create and the experience, and it's been a little frustrating. So we're not playing on PC right now, which I have to say I am missing it. I definitely like aspects of PlayStation, but at the same time, there's not a mob count, so I can do more with animals, and I can do just a more variety of stuff. There's not an item count on things, which makes it a lot easier. So that is kind of like a downside on the PlayStation, but that being said, like, I can see a whole lot further in PlayStation than I can in PC. So I'm kind of like, can you just mix the two together? But I do miss playing on my PC. I'm definitely a lot more comfortable with it, a lot more comfortable with the controls and just how it works. So yeah, it's a, again, pros and cons, and I think with everything there's always going to be pros and cons. Okay, is that big enough? I kind of want to go up. I kind of want to make it like a 2-story house. So let's see. Let's drop down here. Or house, toy shop. So let's see. We'll do the first one. Let's do high ceiling. So there. So that is how many? 1, 2, 3, 4 high. And we are 3 highs. So we're going to do this so we can actually do a really cool roof on the inside. Because I don't want it looking like it's actually in the cave. Like, on the outside it's a cool feel, but inside it's not very festive. So I'm gonna go 5 high so I can put a funky roof in. Not entirely sure yet. Though, you know, if I went up higher, I could do like a vaulted ceiling, which would be kind of cool. I could do more with it. I might end up going higher now that I'm thinking about it. Just so I can do something really funky with the ceiling. And it's gonna look like, I always like it when you go in a place and the outside kind of tricks you, because you go inside and you're like, oh, like, I didn't think it was gonna look like that. So I think that's what I'm gonna do with this. I think I'm gonna make so the outside it looks really low, or maybe not necessarily low, but it doesn't look like how you would expect it to when you go inside, and then it's like a surprise. And there's more gravel. I can't tell if that's gravel or sand. I should probably like pick up the block and find out, but yeah, I'm not doing that right now. I do like the texture pack on this though. I think some of the items are really cool. I have to say there's a few of them that I'm like, I kind of like, because it has a cool feeling to it, but then other ones I don't. Like the dreaded fruitcake. I'm like, why does that have to be the dirt? Like, but I get it. I mean, it does add like a cool feel to it, I guess, if you like fruitcake. if you've seen my other episodes, I think it was in the first one, I ended up complaining about how much I just dislike fruitcake. But that's okay. It is okay. I will say though, lately I've been thinking a lot about chili fries, and I really want some good chili fries. I was talking to somebody and they didn't even know what chili fries was. I was like, how do you not know what chili fries are? Like, they're the most amazing, well, not the most, but one of the most amazing things. Like, fries, and then you pour chili over it. And yeah, I don't know. I think they're amazing. I don't know how people don't know about them. I think that's terrible. Like, who doesn't know about them? It's horrible. Okay, so inside, let's build up in here. So let's go. No, not build up. Let's take out what's in here. Oh, I guess I needed that one. But yes, I like chili fries. Just the other, I don't know, maybe a week or two ago, I was at one of the beaches about like an hour drive from my house, and there's a shop and it had like chili fries, and oh my goodness, have you ever been to a place and you like eat the food and you're like, ugh, that was like, I can see you attempted it, but that actually was terrible, and it was just a poor imitation, and you're just like, I don't even know if that was really chili. It tasted like it came out of a bag. Like, it wasn't, it wasn't good. The fries weren't good. You know, well, the place that I went to, it was actually really good chili, and it tasted so good. And the other thing is they gave a really big helping. And I'm not one of those people that I always like to have like a massive helping, but I've been to places before where they give you like a small amount of food, and then afterwards you're still hungry. I'm not always a fan of those places, just because I don't know. But yeah, it was really good chili fries. And the thing was is that they didn't automatically put cheese on it. So when I said, can I have it without cheese, they didn't give me like this funny look. Because most of the times when I say no cheese, please, well, that sounded kind of weird. But when I say no cheese, they kind of give me this look of like, oh, you don't eat cheese? And it's like, no, it stinks. And I do actually eat cheese. I eat cheese on like pizza and garlic bread, I think, is all I eat cheese on. I'm not a cheese person, okay? I'm just not. But, yeah. So I'm gonna finish this, and I'll be back when I've finished vaulting the ceiling and I've come up with the actual color scheme I'm gonna use. I think I want to do it in red, but then I'm like, Santa Claus's house in red, and I know I'm doing St. Nicholas's house in a deep red, so I'm like, and then I was like, I could use presents. That'd be kind of like a cool thing, you know, do like a wrapping. But then I'm like, I don't know. So I might actually use the green wool block. I might do that one as like the outside, because I don't think it's gonna be like too much, but at the same time it is gonna give it like a really cool feeling. So I think that's what I'm gonna do. We will find out. So yeah, I will see you when I'm done this.